guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am sharing with you how I have been doing my everyday makeup tutorial, or my everyday makeup look. This is the look. I am using the Laura Mercier Caviar Eyesticks that I have talked about on my Instagram and in other videos. And I think that this look is like perfect for fall. It's a really pretty polished everyday fall look, but it doesn't take me like very much time at all. I'm talking about all the products that I've been using on my face that I'm loving lately, and this Givenchy lip color that I think is so pretty and is perfect for everyone. You'll see why. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna keep this short and just jump right in. And if you enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so hopefully this lighting will be okay for this video. And I'm gonna do my best to make it as quick as possible. But the first thing I'm gonna start out with is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I've got a lot of questions about what I'm using on my skin lately. This camera always perfects my face, but you can definitely see that the breakouts are in full force. That beautiful glowing pregnancy skin has not kicked in for me yet. So instead I've been dealing with a lot of acne, and I found this in my makeup drawer. I had a little bit left. I've been using it for a couple of weeks and I remember why I love it. So I'm using the shade Fair, and all I do is do about 2 pumps on my hand. If I need more, I'll go back in with more, but this has really good coverage. So I just like to dot it around, kind of like spread it out with my fingers for the most part to kind of place it so I don't waste too much product when I blend it with my sponge. So I do kind of like a rough spread. Then I use my beauty blender. I promise this one is dirty, but it was not ever pink. It was like the tan color, so it's not that dirty. But then I just go ahead and blend this all over my face. So because I have been breaking out quite a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and take like a little tiny pump and just work it along my jawline just to get a little bit more coverage, and spread it down my neck, because that's where the majority of my breakouts are right now, is my neck and my jawline. Okay, so that's it. I usually would go ahead and conceal, but since I have been wearing a little bit of darker eyeshadow, which is basically what this tutorial is about, I'm gonna apply that first. That way I can just clean up and do all my concealer at one time. But I zoomed in a little bit. It's probably not the most flattering angle ever, but we're just gonna work with this because hopefully it'll help you see my eyes better. So what I'm gonna be using is the Laura Mercier Caviar Eyesticks. I have 2. One is in the shade Amethyst and the other is Moonlight. So Amethyst is the darker one, Moonlight is the lighter. And I'm gonna be starting with Amethyst. And I really am not very precise when I do this. I think that's why I love this look so much, is because it's a really easy smoky eye that I can just throw on. So I work this darker color into my crease. I kind of do my like outer V and just bring it in a little bit. You can see you don't need very much at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. That way it's all done. And you can see it does not have to be perfect. I'm gonna clean it up at the end, and you can go back and add where you need it. I just have a fluffy blending brush. You can see it's not very clean. But I just wiped it off before, and I just take this to blend out the harsh lines. And it's really easy. If I have too much on the inner corner, I can just swipe it up with my fingers or use the beauty blender. But honestly, you could just leave it like that, and then what I'll do is I'll just clean this up with concealer in a second. Super easy. And I spend more time blending than I do applying just because I want it to look really nice. And then if you are wearing this out, you can definitely darken it up a little bit, but for every day, this is more than dark enough for me. I think I can just get away with it because my hair is darker right now. So like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I will clean this up. What I'll do is just take my beauty blender and kind of swipe away any unnecessary eyeshadow if it goes up a little bit too high. But that's all. Then what I'm gonna do is take this Moonlight shade, just looks like this. And what I like to do is just put a little bit on my finger and then just tap it on to my eye because I don't want it to be too heavy. And that's really it. So for me, I love that this look is like, it looks like you spent a long time working on a smoky eye, but you really didn't. And it was super easy and quick and only used 2 products. Okay, so I went ahead and zoomed back out so that you can see the full look. I hope that the shadow isn't too much on this side of my face because the window is on this side. But now I'm gonna go ahead and use the Juice Beauty concealer. This is the Perfecting Concealer and I'm using the shade 08 Cream. I'm almost out. And I just put my finger in, I apply it with my finger and then just blend it with my beauty blender. And I think for a very clean product, this has the best coverage and wearability. I love that it's so creamy when you apply it, but then once it dries, it really stays put. So I can just clean up this eye, the eyeshadow, and blend it in. So I think it does a great job of kind of like covering my dark circles. Of course, this lighting is like super bright, so it's gonna make them look even darker. But then I'm just gonna take this and spot conceal the rest of my face. So lately I have been kind of skipping blush. I'm not quite sure why, but I never really paid attention until this morning when I was gathering all of my products. But I use the Bare Minerals Warmth. I've talked about this like a million times. It's like my favorite bronzer. It's super natural. So I will either use a big fluffy brush or like a more precise brush to kind of contour my cheeks a little bit because obviously these days my face is getting pretty round and I want to contour a little bit more than ever. So I just use it a little bit around my, what is this, my hairline. I'm looking super washed out, but I'm not that washed out, I promise. I recently changed up how I'm doing this. So I watched a video with Victoria Beckham and I believe it was, who was it? I'm not sure. I'll link the video down below, but she was talking about how you want to really focus here and kind of like push up a little bit. And then you can just drag out whatever is left closer to the corner of your mouth, but you really don't want to put too much color down there. Just kind of want to push it up and drag it. And I like the way that that looks. So just take my fluffier brush and do my jawline and down my neck because I'm feeling very pale these days. And then just go over everything to give my skin a little bit more color. All right, that's all for that. To set everything, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent powder and a big fluffy brush. I love this, and I go over my eyes because I have oilier skin. I usually don't have any trouble with these eyeshadows staying put, but I think the key is to apply them really thin, not put too much on, and just set them with a powder if you're ever in doubt. Okay, so that's all for that. Now on to the eyes. I like to curl my lashes. I just have an eyelash curler. I think this is essential. Even if I'm doing the like most minimal makeup, I will always put on mascara and curl my lashes unless I have lash extensions. But I haven't had those in a couple of years. So, and then I like to go ahead and do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna put this on fast forward because it's really just personal preference, but I like to brush mine up, my brows up, and I'm using a Chantecaille waterproof brow pencil. I really like this one. I also love the Tom Ford brow pencil. So I like to brush them straight up, and then I just kind of start in the middle and kind of define the arch. And then I'll bring it back down. Hopefully it's not too washed out. Sun just came out. Because this is not the best makeup tutorial ever, is it? And then I'll just go up and down in little strokes here, the base of my brow, or the start of my brow. So that's about it. Now we'll just brush them again. Go ahead and do the other one. So sometimes I really like to take my fingers and just smudge here because I don't like this part of my brow to be too defined. And then I'll just brush them up. One thing that's really been a game changer for me is a brow gel. Since my brows have gotten a little bit longer, I love using brow gel. And this one's from Chantecaille. I just brush them straight up and then kind of out to the side. So that's how I do my brows. For mascara, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lash and Volume 2, that is. And then I'll just take a little bit of liner. I bought this at a local spa store, but you can use any liquid liner, and I just like to do a little wing. I don't do this every day, but I feel like when I wear darker eyeshadow, I just need a little extra help on the base of my lashes. So just like that. Never looks the same on both sides. And when I'm filming or I have a photo I want to take, it ends up terrible. But today, it's actually looking pretty good. Because I'm addicted, I'm gonna curl my lashes one last time. They have to be super curled. Okay, then mascara. I like to do my lower lashes first. I always do the situation. Okay, here's a little quick look at my lashes. This one just has it on the lower and there's nothing on my actual lash, and then this side actually has the mascara. I'm not gonna lie, I like this mascara. For me, I think the trick to mascara is to take your time and just work it into your lashes and use the brush and the product to sculpt your lashes to how you want them to look. I probably spend the most time on mascara, which I feel like most people are just like, okay, swipe, swipe. But I really like to take my time and work it in to my lashes and really kind of shape them. And I guess that's why I prefer mascaras that tend to get a little thicker, not too clumpy, because you can actually work with the product. It's almost more like a cream base. And then, once I get them how I like them, before I leave the house, I'll put one more coat on. Okay, for lips, I am using this Givenchy. This is the black one. I'm not sure, I'll link it down below. Number 16. So basically this, you put it on and at first it's really dark, but it kind of matches the lip color that suits your lips best. So it will look a little bit different if you put on a lip liner. I noticed that the other day, so I put on a lip liner and it turned out much darker. But today, I think with my skin tone, and I think this looks best on me in the fall, is it's kind of like a berry color. And I think it pairs really nice with this eye color. Obviously on each skin tone, it's gonna be a little bit different, but that's it. So like I said, I'll probably throw on another thing of mascara before I leave the house. But that is all for my makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this. It usually does not take me this long. I have talked so much. I'm at like 17 minutes and 25 seconds, but usually it only takes me like 10 to 12 minutes to get it done. And I think that this is a really polished everyday makeup look, and it's so quick and easy. So I think that like both of the obviously the reason why I filmed this was for the Laura Mercier Caviar Eyesticks, and I really love them. I saw in a Saks magazine that they have a holiday set that has like all of the little like shades, and so I really kind of want that. But if I was gonna pick one out of this look, I would definitely say get the amethyst one, because it definitely makes more of a difference. But I love this eye look. I think it's really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.